Thank you.
Ready to go to work, the operation runner 9 times Kade. And as always, we've got 30 minutes. Judges are ready, and Kade's ready, and Kade's ready. We'll start the timer now.
Hey, bud. Either way, I was going to give him a minute to go check things out, so I'm just leave him there for a second, maybe. Jax, I'm over here, partner. If he goes on that tarp, I'm going to laugh. Never mind, get on the tarp. It's my freestyle. Hey, bud. It's not like you. There you are. There you are. Hey, bud. Good boy. Thank you. Okay. Oh, it's my lead with respect, so I don't have to get off of him when I'm up there. Thank you. I'm always excited for the finals. We've been training and talking all weekend, and finally all the things that I'm telling you, it's going to work. It's going to work in the finals. It's going to work in the finals. Now you get to see whether or not I was just talking or if maybe I was telling the truth. And see if Jax has remembered everything I told him. Good boy. That's the first time he hasn't met me at the gate, but he had a lot of distractions.
You know, it's amazing the difference made just by taking a round pen down and opening it up. What a difference it made to the horses.
Yeah. I think they're the same as us. We're ready to get out and see the big pen. All right, I'm just going to test him a little bit here for a second before I go to the saddle. I want to make sure that he's with me here. I kind of just walked out and was going to go ahead and get started, so I can kind of push him around a bit and make sure that he still feels as good as he was when I turned him out. There he is. There you are, fella. And then a big thing for me in the finals here that I really want to see out of him is that a lot of things change, and you know, my energy's a little higher, just an excitement to be out here and stuff, so I want to kind of make sure that when I stop, he stops, and him and I are both on the same page before I go to too much. And I always like to go ahead and try to pick up their feet here before I throw the saddle on, just in case the cinch does anything to them as far as making them tight. Good boy. Good man. I just realized I haven't picked up them back feet yet, so good boy. You kind of get into a little bit of a whirlwind out there in your sessions, thinking of all the things you have to do, and then in the finals, you just get this real scary realization like, oh, I forgot to do that. As soon as they brought the gate out, I was like, I didn't even think about the gate. That's a good man. Good boy. All right, I think he's, what I'm liking about him and what made me kind of want to go to the saddle is that him and I right now we've talked about him kind of not wanting to stand still the best, and he's not the biggest fan of ground tie. But today, or right now anyhow, he's pretty calm with his feet, so that might be just what we need to see to finally think we got that under control. Hey, partner? Hey. Make sure he's kind of, there we go, squared up when I cinch him up so it's not pulling it awkward deal there. For those of you who saw my last session, this is something we worked on, so let's see if he agrees with me. That's a good boy. ahead and find our breast collar. Okay, bud. Buttoned up. Perfect. Thank you. Get my antenna here. All right. I just kind of make sure I move him out again. And a big thing is I've been kind of getting into a little routine with this little horse. So just because the finals are different for him and going to be a little different for me of what I ask out of him, I want to make sure that my start or my routine that I've been doing with him is going to remain the same. I'm still going to check him. I'm still going to be there for him if he's a little bit stiff or has got some tension, or if he needs some help along the way. I want to make sure I'm fixing it the same way. I'm not kind of feeling something in there that's not quite right and just moving along because I want to hurry up and get everything done. I'm going to keep doing everything I can for him to make sure him and I are right where we finished our last session. Guess this maybe down here will be better. Let's try the tarp one time, fella. I don't think the tarp's on the list, but I was proud of you for how good you done it. Yeah, you don't need to be pawing on it. Good boy. Thank you. In our first session, the flag was probably the thing that set him off the most. So when I went to the tarp, I was sure anticipating having some trouble there, and it wasn't any kind of real trouble, but it was probably his biggest box, so glad to see we got that checked off the list. He's handy with them shoulders. Still got to head the direction, fella. Really good. I talked about a horse that's sticky in my sessions, and right now that's what I really wanted to check when I come out here, is this colt sticky or not? And I feel like right there he looks about as free as I'm going to need him to be today. Good man. Thank you. Hi, girls. We got a cheering section down there. Come again? Oh, there she is. Just going to let him kind of see this rope, just because, like I say, this is the only obstacle we never got to do. And I've had horses to where I can open a gate on them, no problem, a panel gate. And then you go to one of these ropes, and for some reason, maybe they're an electric fence horse, the gate blows them right out of the water, that white rope. Okay, bud. Just going to check our back up real quick. That's a good man right there. Okay, thank you. Is that ground done?
Yep.
All right.
That takes care of that.
Perfect.
Just now, they'll be looking for your mount, dismount, when you're ready to do it.
I feel like I am. We've had, that knot's been a funny thing for, you guys have been there and been to the booth, and I've probably tied that thing 100 times this weekend, so. If you didn't see me in there, and you didn't see it again, I did put the video I said I was going to put up right before the finals, so go ahead and follow us on our social media there. You'll see that fancy knot everyone liked so much. All right, bud. You'll see this colt when I go to step on him. Hopefully he's getting better and better all the time, but he was still a little nervy when I stepped on him this morning, so I'll just make sure I kind of keep an eye here. And like I said, if that's his biggest issue, I'm all right. Good boy, Jax. Best he's been. All right, we'll go for a walk here. Yeah, we haven't been out here yet, bud. You're allowed to go take a look. Smile at the judges. All right, is that a sufficient walk, fellas? Okay.
Yeah, that's it. Well, that's one way, but well, this says go both ways.
We'll give her a go. He likes
Walk this way.
walk this way. He likes going to the left better anyhow. Sometimes you ride this horse and he feels like he's 15, and other times you ride him and he feels maybe not so 15, but right now he feels like that 15-year-old horse ready to stretch out and go somewhere.
You're making a statement for the judges as he goes by here.
He didn't mean that. Okay, we'll go ahead and pick up our jog here. Just going to make sure I kind of show him that it's all right for him to go clear around the pen here. See him kind of inside, outside here looking for some help. I'll just make sure I show him that he's allowed to go all the way around before I go ahead and try to ask for more speed. That feels pretty good for our jog that way, guys. Thank you. Go ahead and just change direction. Attaboy. Sometimes when I see him doing that, it looks like a refusal, but I truly believe it's just a lot of things coming at him at once, and he's not completely sure what to do every time.
There's a louder speaker, so you could hear me sitting right there half out of the arena, and it just pops up like a bear in the bush. Did the same thing to the other people.
All right, you might need a little encouragement. Okay, we'll go ahead and get our lope. Yep, sure, pick your track. I don't want him shutting down here. It's kind of, there, attaboy, free up. Good boy. Easy, bud. Good man. All right. Thank you. Maybe try cutting across here, making sure you don't get too hooked on just the rail. He's following me. Go ahead and get our other lope. Attaboy. What are you going to do? Handled it well. We'll go ahead and get our stop here. Oh. Good man. Right into our backup. There. Fishing steps, guys. Perfect. Thank you. Before I move on here, I felt him to the right. A few times I talked about horses tracking that hand and having that shoulder move when I open that door. You can see he's just not with me right now, so, and I'm gonna need it, so. Hey, bud. Attaboy. I'll go ahead and step him over here. Check them shoulders again. I feel like in the hindquarters and in the face, there, attaboy. We're pretty good, but I want to try that serpentine, so I'm going to need those shoulders. I'll go ahead and try that now, guys. Attaboy. It ain't all that bad, is it? All right. Good boy. You did that so good, I think I'll let you do the bridge. It's been his favorite thing, is why I say it like that. So for you to have seen him, he hunts this thing. Good boy. All right. So
15 minutes to go.
Perfect. We have swing a rope and rope that dummy, right? That's mandatory again now.
Yeah, and drag the pole.
I'll tell you, my thinking is that if I can drag that thing, pole should be a day off. Yeah. Just before that, I just got to touch on side pass. I'm going to make sure that's still a piece of the puzzle before I get too far. Good boy. I'll just go ahead and try that here again. The other way. Make sure my horse is even Steven. Or even Jacks, I guess. Name ain't Steven. Okay.
And the tarp there too. Walking over the tarp is another one.
Oh, it's in the past it's been a freestyle, but
yeah, they moved it up, I think, a year or two ago. Mandatory.
It's embarrassing that I didn't know that. I do pay attention, I promise.
It was mandatory last year when you won.
Did I do it?
Yes,
I bet you we were at a high rate of speed when I did it. Attaboy. Thank you, bud. Well, that's what's good about having a horse like him. I make myself look silly, and he made me look good. So.
You gotta love one like that.
You betcha. All right, we got some good. He hates this rope. For those of you who've seen him, watch his ears. It'll be a good show. All right, Jacks. I'll make sure I'm ready here with my reins, and we'll step out and go be noticed. Rope the dummy or a speaker? Those things are kind of in a bit of a... We'll do this too, I guess. All right. Let's go find something that needs roped. Little man. The rope and obstacles thing, the roping by itself and the horse by itself is easy, but when a horse isn't one-handed, roping something ain't the easiest thing in the world to do. All right. Glad I didn't miss that, or my roper buddies that are watching this video would never let me live it down. There. All right, let's go somewhere. It's going to hit you in the butt, just so you know. Get by, get by, get by. There we go. And a pylon. Sorry. I didn't like the way he was looking at me anyhow. Yeah, exactly right. All right, bud. So I don't need my rope again. All right. Good boy. Okay. Go ahead and talk about this thing over here. Hey. Yep. Brakes. There you go. Oh, something new. I've seen lots of guys think that until they realize that they're not in the middle of it. Every single Brandon's got one guy that wasn't quite ready to be there. Face up, attaboy. Reins are a little bit of a mess. That's my man right there. And this thing as well, right?
Yep.
Easy, Junior. Just gonna kind of get him back to square one here. He's kind of getting leany now.
Another one is trot over the ground poles.
Oh yeah, that's an easy one to forget. Atta boy. Atta boy. Good man. This one's kind of like throwing him to the wolves because he hasn't seen nothing about this yet. So I'll go ahead and give him some time, talk him through it the best I can. Hey, Junior.
Still got 10 minutes left, Kade. How's the time?
Perfect. Atta boy. You're 2 steps away from perfection, my little man. There you go. It's not always the best to not be able to do it perfect, but to be honest with you, if I can do it on a horse that I taught how to side pass this morning, I'm happy. Thank you very much. Where am I at? Gentlemen?
Did he do the alley?
Yep.
Okay, you're dismounted then. See, they saw your mouth, but not your dismount.
It's always good to do that one on purpose. All right, fella. I got to come up with some new jokes. If you guys have seen me before, I say it every time. But I'll come up with some new stuff next time.
That's something your dad told us.
Yeah, you bet. Coming back into style, eh? Okay, so a few of you got that better than the others. So now I'm just on to whatever I want, right? I didn't miss anything in the mandatories. All right, perfect. Thank you, guys. Oh.
Yeah, your freestyle and your options.
Okay, perfect. Now, the freestyle, if you guys have seen me before, I like to ride them around with the halter off, and all I try to do there, so sometimes I had a lady ask me if I was just showing off. My plan was to show how you could guide a horse around with pressure and release, but when they kind of put the rest of these obstacles out here, like that side pass pole and that backup L, I really thought those were cool freestyles because I always thought of a freestyle as something that you could show off some of the cool stuff you put into your horse. So if I can get all that done, maybe we'll do a freestyle, but I think for right now, the other obstacles we have are pretty cool things to do. So I'll play with that first.
Yeah, they're all worth 10 points. So.
Yeah, that's nice. I couldn't do that last year if you were here. Yes. All right, Junior. Hey. Hey. So right there where he's wrong, instead of trying to leave him on the pole, there. Just going to regroup. Give him a second to realize, oh, okay, you want side pass? All right, buddy, give me another shot. Up the level of difficulty putting this next to the gate, I tell you what. I know, little guy. Hey. Perfect. Ah, there he sees on that rein. Get off of that rein, please. That was good. That was plenty. There you see him just getting stuck between the two. So it's a lot to throw at a horse. This happened to me last year. And what I reminded myself is that just because he side passes, don't mean it's easy to just walk him up and side pass over something. So I'm going to go ahead and just keep letting him take his time here. But like I say, I think this is a really cool thing to teach a horse or to work on. Maybe not always done on the 4th or 5th ride, but still something I can take my time with on him. There. We can do it better than that. We'll try one more time here. I don't need to waste the whole. Oh, well. Hey. Side pass-ish. We'll take it.
And just let us know when you're ready for the trailer load so they can have a second computer bring it in.
Hey, definitely not going to get to a freestyle. It's all right. Good boy. You're stuck. You're stuck. You're stuck. Unstuck. Atta boy. You're all right. Just back up. Move your hip over. More back up. There. You're all right. There. You're all right. There. Good boy. You're all right. There you go. Get early on me, folks. Thank you. You know what I might try for, what do I got?
4 minutes and 15 seconds.
I got 1 minute and 15 seconds to try this. But
4 minutes. 4 minutes and 15 seconds.
I want to try side passing him at a jog for my freestyle. I might not get everything I want done out of it, but I think he'll do it pretty cool, and it's kind of a fun thing to play with. So you're going to get in the trailer, aren't you? So all I'm going to do is make sure I don't change anything that I've done with him. Open my hands out to the outside. Drive off that leg. There, till he'll move over a step or two.
That's a nice 2-track.
There you go, 2-track. That's what I meant. There, that's pretty good. Okay. Trailer, please.
Trailer, boys. I usually open the door first.
Whatever you think. You're nervous, go with what you feel. Atta boy.
Do you think there's any chance he's going to load the kid?
I'm more worried about him letting me off of him before he gets in there. Hey fella, believe me, after this weekend everyone's kind of ready to go home, so just give me a minute.
Anybody that doesn't know, and I don't think there might be anyone that doesn't know, these colts will be sold by auction just as soon as we get the results of the finals.
Yeah, don't forget to register, guys, at the Rock and Heart booth.
Well, we got the registration form right here.
Oh, there you go. You betcha. Don't forget.
There you go.
Hey, thanks. You're right on time. Now, I don't know kind of the story, but I think it'll be all right. There you go, bud. I always like to back him out. Good boy. I got a little time here, so now I'll see if I can finish him with some send in there. Go home. Oh, man. That's it. Go ahead. Okay, guys, thank you. That's it for us. Appreciate it.